Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video today. I want to give you a few steps as we're moving through intense months, especially July will be one of the most intense months of this year. As I've made a video before, I want to give you a few reminders how to cope with those energies right now, especially for those of you who feel more sensitive to energies, as the earth is shifting and many of us may feel like something is going on, right? We feel like we don't want to live the same way as we did in the past. We want to take care of ourselves. We want to do what feels important to us in a way, like what's healthy, what truly raises my energy, what truly connects me with something bigger, right? What provides me a sense of wholeness, let's say that way. And whatever is not providing us that, it's time to let it go and connect to something better, something healthier, something more uplifting. So my friends, there's many ways we can cope with that. We can strengthen our energy, we can raise our energy, and those are the things that I'm doing every single day. And the first thing that is really important is to have a certain structure in your day, a certain structured routines, let's say that way, from the moment you wake up to when it comes to your hobbies, when it comes to your job, when it comes to how you're taking care of your mind. Well, it's really important, especially right now as we're looking around. There's so much of chaos happening all around us, so much of information is coming out, always too much of everything, right? And we just need to learn to take care of what we are prioritizing for our state of being. And what I mean by that, well, when you wake up, take care of your body, do something active, do a workout, do something that raises the energy in your body. Then do something for your mind, read a good book, start your day with uplifting information, with something constructive, something that can help you to construct your life in a way that will be beneficial for you. Then make a plan for the day. Make a plan, like what will you do, how will you deal with your triggers, how will you deal with your anger, how will you deal with the things that are hard to accept. And make a list of how will you, let's say, how will you respond when you will fall off the grace, because something may move you, something may trigger you. How will you respond to it? How will you do things differently than you are used to doing it? Because that's how we are taking care of ourselves. That's how we are reprogramming our unconscious patterns so we can change them for healthier ones. So have a certain structure in your day that will help you to get back to yourself. Have a certain type of meditation that can help you to raise the level of energy, something that just connects you to you know what you feel that is truth, something that you feel that this is right. Like for me, when I'm meditating, I always connect with something that it just feels like something bigger. It feels like it's divine. Like you can't put it in words, but when I connect with it, I know, okay, that's who I am. And everything that doesn't feel like that requires for me to bring this energy into the world and embody more of it in all other aspects of my life. So build a certain structure in your life that will help you to maintain that will actually help you to nurture life, not so much circumstances, but nurture life, because circumstances always change, but life is what you are. So make sure that you have a certain structure that helps you to nurture life, that helps you to maintain the highest possible energy in a day. And if you actually journal a little bit, like how you're moving through the day, where you're falling off, and what is kind of draining you off, or what is kind of pulling you off, you will notice that something happens before you start to feel drained out. Something happened. And notice how you've responded to it, how you've started maybe unconsciously reacting to the things that happen, that started lowering down your energy, because that's where you start noticing, okay, this is what I'm doing unconsciously, and start doing it more consciously. Every single day is a new lifetime for a wise man is a wonderful saying at this point, because we recognize, well, today's beginner is tomorrow's master, and if we start today catching ourselves where we fall kind of unconscious, tomorrow we will get better at it, and the next day we have another opportunity to try, and it's all the time, it's kind of trial of errors until we just become a better at it. And it's like training an athlete, it's like training any kind of a skill. We're training a skill of living as a divine, as we go from unconscious programs into conscious ones. And it takes some effort, it takes consciousness, it takes energy, but more than anything it takes awareness and self-compassion. So rather than blaming yourself for not following the plan that you've set for yourself, say to yourself, okay, I've tried my best and tomorrow I will try even better, or whatever works for you. That is the first thing. Build a certain structure that will help you with that. And structure to me is so important, especially if your mind is if you're like more creative person, your mind may be like sometimes all over the place, and you need to learn to manage that. And building structures and certain orders to which we are following, as we know, those are our orders, those are our structures, like we are the boss in this game, it becomes much easier. So that's just a certain sense of discipline. The second thing I want to give you is something I mentioned before, but I want to be more precise here. Daily intentional activities like working out, doing yoga, stretching your bodies. It will help you not just to nourish your body and nourish your energy, it will also help you to recognize that you're doing it with intention. You're taking care of your body because it's part of the divine. You're nurturing your body with providing it movement that it needs, as body is an animal. You're nurturing it with movement, with activities, with working out, with stretching its muscles, because you are honoring it, because you are appreciating it, because it's a gift that you have. So your consciousness, your intelligence can move around in this wonderful vehicle. And a way to truly show your appreciation to it is to move it, to be active, to provide something healthy for yourself. And that is just something I'm doing daily. And as currently me and Maya are traveling, it's still a thing I'm doing every single day. I'm working out, I'm doing body weight trainings, workouts, whatever I feel like I can do, what's possible, I do it. It helps us to stay in, let's say, in strength, to build that inner muscle that doesn't matter where we are, doesn't matter what we do. This is my integrity. This is what I need to provide to myself. As much as we are sleeping and as we take time for eating, let's take time for movement. Let's do something active as well. And the third thing that is really important when it comes to those intense energies and kind of keeping up with everything that's happening, with all the shifts, is to do some daily planning on main activities that will raise and maintain your drive to create a positive momentum. So what does it mean? It means that you have, let's say, clarity around what you're working on, because everyone is an incredible individual. When we learn to manage our will, when we learn to recognize, okay, this is why I'm here, this is what I want to do. Often when I'm talking with people have so many incredible ideas, and usually the problem is they don't know how to plan them, they don't know how to organize them, and usually they don't start anywhere. And if you're not designing your life, someone else will design it for you, and your job right now is to learn to design it for yourself. And when you start planning the things that are important to you, a sense of drive, inspiration, motivation will arise, and that sense will help you to stay connected with the energy that comes from you, and it will protect you from what comes from outside of you, because your will get stronger, and suddenly you will be able to set boundaries like, okay, this is not in alignment with me, I will not get into it. This is not in alignment with me, I will not get myself into, whatever is not resonating with you. And when you have clarity around what's important to you, what you're working on, like what kind of life you want to live, doesn't matter. Maybe it's gardening and you want to invest more time into it, do it. And you will know, okay, some negative information about what's happening on the other side of this planet right now may not be so supportive for my gardening plan. Maybe a book about gardening would be much more appreciative at this moment, or whatever it is, for yourself the best, but have some plans around main activities, because sometimes we got bombarded with too much of everything, with too much of information about everything that's happening, and you may lose the sense, like what you've started working on and what was really important to you and why you've started working on. And suddenly we may get lost in the field of information, and I don't want you to get lost. So my friend, make a plan around the main activities that will raise and maintain your drive to create a positive momentum. And positive momentum happens once we start working on something that feels important to us, that we know that is good for us, and we create a clarity around the steps. Okay, this is what I will do today, and this is where I will keep up tomorrow, and this is where I will keep up the next day, and so on and so on and so on. And we build a momentum. It's like pushing the snowball down the hill, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it starts moving faster and faster and faster. And that's kind of a story of momentum. If we do something for what is important to us every single day, it will get bigger, it will become easier, and a part of it will start moving by itself. And that's where it will feel like forces of this universe start supporting us. A really important thing, to have clarity around those things. And the fourth thing is something I've mentioned in the previous video, is accepting the present season. Something really important, and often people misunderstand it, because sometimes people think if you accept what is present right now, you kind of surrender to whatever situation you're in, and it means like you will never get out of it. But it's far from that. Acceptance means that you stop fighting with your expectations of it, you stop fighting trying to change it in the present moment, because you can't change what is present. You can only choose to experience something different in the future. And it all starts with acceptance. When we start fighting it, we learn that there's a lot of energy that we could actually use for creative thinking, for writing some plans and some goals, and designing a better life that starts with taking different action that we've been taking until now that brought us to where we are today. It takes clarity and some time to figure out what to do. But firstly, we need to accept where we are, so we stop fighting with this present situation. And whatever is happening, sometimes we may hear like, what about all the hard stuff that's happening in my life? Well, it's only hard because you've described it that way. But if you see it as an inspiration to make a certain change, to get healthier, to get wealthier, to meet some new people, well, you can do it if you're in fight with yourself, if you don't, allow yourself to fully experience what's happening, to see an opportunity, what it is teaching you, what this moment is teaching you. Because it's all about seeing the lessons. If you are not able to see lessons in the present moment, whatever challenges that may be finding you right now will be repeating as long as you will be able to shift your energy. And usually the easiest way to shift the energy is to notice the lesson, take it, learn from it, and raise beyond it, raise beyond this present challenge. So, my friends, this is it for today. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. I hope you found something valuable today, and till next time, one love.